Hello beautiful people and welcome to Monday Night Sports. Of course with me Ronje Kusimba. This is your best show in regards to sports. But do we say the best show in Eastern Central Africa when it comes to matters sports? And tonight I'm just gassed off and also lit up because rugby happened this weekend, and it was rugby to another big level. Everyone was glued and waiting for the big one, the Kenya Cup finals. They happened. I'm going to be telling you more in regards to that, so don't go anywhere, don't touch that dial. But of course remember, you can get us and be part of this lovely airing by just getting into our social media platforms, Switch TV, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Be there, Switch TV KE, and also tell us what you think we should be doing in regards to sports. But for tonight, I've got lots and lots of stuff lined up for you, no one else but you, in and across the whole world of sports today. I've got one gentleman by the name Tyson Duma. You all remember we talked about Ferdinand Omanyala on that track 100 meters sprints, but today it's Tyson Duma, who is also a big buddy of Ferdinand Omanyala, so I'm sure Ferdinand Omanyala will be tuned in tonight. But of course, to get matters started, let me just start with the Kenya Cup, because Kabras, one and only Kabras, was in a position to beat Menengai Oilers for their first Kenya Cup final. Mark my words, first Kenya Cup finals for Menengai Oilers. They reached the Kenya Cup finals after beating KCB in a shocking encounter that we all didn't expect. But of course, they met up with the Kabras, and Kabras, they were happy because one thing about Kabras, we had even started the topic of mentioning Kabras not being in a position to win finals or not being in a better capability of winning finals, but they proved us wrong. They proved us wrong for that statement because they beat Menengai Oilers 34-28. John Kubu, the Fijian maestro, being the man of the match. But before I get deep into this, let's just get that video of Kabras happy. This was in Kakamega Bullring. Walikuwa wamefurahi sana because of that particular victory. Let's get that video first.
Claiming the ball, Odero driving forward, right past one tackle, has a man in support, a second try with Nyaundi, 18 from the lock. Tanga again at the heart of everything Kabras doing. Teddy Akala slicing run there, Teddy Akala goes over the whitewash, 21. Well, that was presumptuous. Yes, it is Sugar Rugby Football Club, and ladies and gentlemen, that excessive losses in the final, but this afternoon, Kabras Sugar are the champions of Kenya. 34-28 the full-time score. They win the Kenya Cup against a very plucky, a very resilient Menengai Oilers side.
You know, one thing about that video, it's John Kubu for me. You know, you might be shocked looking at Kubu, and Kubu is just dancing that style, which I don't know what he's doing. And let me remind you that this guy is not even Kenyan. This guy is Fijian. But you'll be surprised because he landed in Kakamega, and the guys from Lurambi, Tyson Duma is one of them because he was playing for Moose, and I'll ask him about that. They made this particular guy feel like a Luo, like a Luhya. This guy understands Luhya. He even has an accent in his English. So, Waluya, mmefanyaje huyu jamaa wetu kutoka Fiji jameni? But he's also Kenyan international. He played his first match for a 15 Simba side, and I can comfortably say that John Kubu is one of us. We are waiting to see him in one of our Kenya 7 circuits. We know the Fijian magician, what he does over there. Now taking you all the way from Kakamega Bullring, now we are coming back to Nairobi, where it was at the Lions Den Ruaraka, where KCB was up against Strathmore Leo for the 3rd and 4th playoffs. This one was to determine who will finish number 3 and number 4. And KCB were bad. Ni kama waliharibiwa moods na Oilers because Oilers beat them to go straight to the finals, and KCB dealt with Strathmore Leos mercilessly. They clobbered, they bet, they stung, they kichapo cha ubwa msikitini, because this match ended at a 52-22 scoreline. What a score! What a score! By the way, Luhya Culture is a very good guy. He's the coach. Strathmore Leos doing a brilliant job over there. He was a top flanker at Mwamba RFC, and he left that side and became a coach in the Strathmore Leos side. He's taken them over through championships when they were relegated, now over to Kenya Cup. Look at them finishing at number 4. Brilliant. Kudos over there, Strathmore Leos. I applaud them for that finish, even though they really got a very huge beating. In the rugby world, we say hamusini. When you're beaten more than 50. But of course, it's a big win for them, and KCB, kudos to that. But let me leave you with this video, because KCB was singing a certain tune, but they just twisted it. It sounded like a Luhya tune. Sitarudi nyuma vile. Because they were trying to insinuate that this is the last time they are playing the 3rd and 4th. So I don't know the first person who will meet KCB in the Kenya Cup opener the next season. It will be tough for you. Just look at that video first. You know, I have two mixed feelings over there, because my director Bobby and of course my producer Ivy, big one over there, Ivy, she's the well-connected female sports journalist in this country, and they were just mentioning something about the kind of opponents that this story that I'm about to say, Falcons, Leicester Falcons versus Dagoretti Bulldogs. This is the nationwide playoffs, which happened also this weekend, ending at a 73-0 scoreline. 73-0, and they call themselves Dagoretti Bulldogs. I don't know why people are saying Bulldogs haiwezi pigwa hivyo, hiyo ni umbwa koko, but none of my business. But just to keep you on the know, your boy, I was also part of that amazing match, and we played a good match, we fought a good fight. So my director Bobby stopped saying ati tunapatiwanga wasichana tucheze. Now those boys deserve to be in that particular match, but of course we beat them. Now Leicester Falcons will be through to the next Nairobi finals. Now a big match over there with Ngong RFC. But of course we know, we say in the team, we take matters. Now it was a weekend of big scores. Big scores. Now that was a big score. Now I don't know if we can find just a video of one guy by the name Elvis Sunday. He made a big run together with Joshua Ngomeli in this particular encounter. And they're the ones who took the team in front. Now I'm sure these guys, we should look out for them. Now moving over to the national playoffs and also the Nairobi game that they're going to be playing against Ngong RFC. Now, as you see that video, we'll be coming back and we'll be going straight to the moment that you all have been waiting for, the fun experience.
Good boy! Wewe, biomba! Biomba yo! Biomba yo!
Okay, that was a brilliant one from Leicester Falcons over there. Kudos for them. Big weekend, and big weekend for rugby, because most of the teams came in with scores on the board. Brilliant one. Of course, kudos to John Kubu. He's finished the Kenya Cup season with 7 tries, and also is part of the top point scorers. This guy can kick. Give him the con and the T, then he'll show you what he's made of. Now over to the most awaited segment of this Monday night sports. I call it the fun experience. I wouldn't leave it without mentioning the great crowd and also the guys lit up in terms of rugby. They are always waiting for the weekend, because they say if it's Saturday, then it's a rugby day. The Kakamega guys, hey, walipiga isukuti vibaya sana. This was the match that was played, Kabras against Oilers, the finals. But remember, there was also a curtain raiser, a championship game. which Mean Machine was up. Not Mean Machine, Western Bulls. It was their home ground. Now, Western Bulls started it off and they played. Now, the Western Bulls people, yani wachezaji wa Western Bulls, and also the fans, met up and decided to cheer their home team, which is Kabras. I'm sure even the most guys were there, the likes of watu wakina Tyson Duma, who will be talking to just in a few minutes from now. They were also there, and they were part of this amazing compilation of the fun experience in Kakamega, the heart of Isukuti. Just have a look at how fans were in a position to enjoy themselves this particular Saturday. Now, there's still rugby action, so you should strive to be part of the better fun experience. You know, it's Saturday. Next Saturday, there'll be a match. Of course, Falcons will be up against Ngong RFC. There are also championship matches. So just be part of this amazing fun experience. And you will be happy because rugby never disappoints. And still on Matters Rugby, let me take you all the way to South Africa, where the South Africa Sports Awards were going on. And we talked about this individual, Makazole Mapimpi. He was also awarded as the Sportsman of the Year, South Africa. Remember, he also went for this particular award and he was up against Siya Kolisi, the Springboks captain. And Siya Kolisi, that was back then in 2017. So he didn't clinch it. But of course, Siya Kolisi took the award. But this time round, the award came to him. Let me tell you an interesting story about this fella. This fella grew up and he was raised by a mom because his dad left them when he was very young, and two siblings. But then he lost his two siblings. And one thing that even shocked and it made Rassie Erasmus, the South African coach, just being very emotional when it came to the World Cup back there in 2019, is that when they decided that all players are going to be, their jersey numbers are going actually to represent, they're going to have the faces of their family members, Makazole Mapimpi had no one to be put in his jersey number 11. But of course, he plays hard and he calls his teammates his family members. There'll be a documentary dropping, and just keep posted in his YouTube, in his Instagram, Twitter, Makazole Mapimpi, and you'll be on the know in regards to this wonderful and incredible player. Local rugby slang, the jargon that is used here, we call it Orodha. He's an Orodhiastic fella. So Makazole Mapimpi, big one over there, the best finisher that I've encountered in this time and rugby era. So Makazole Mapimpi, kudos for you over there for that brilliant award. Now, away from Matters Rugby, now we shift our focus and gears to Matters Football. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for soccer. Who doesn't love soccer? That's a question that you should answer yourself and the person that you are watching Monday Night Sports with. Now, Bandari was up against Kakamega Homeboys, the log leaders, standing tall at the summit. And guess what? Bandari won that encounter. They were with their coach, Anthony Modo, former AFC Leopards coach. But of course, there is one thing about Bandari. It's not easy beating this side when you go visiting them back there in the coast. Vijana wa bara, vijana wa Lamu kule, vijana wa Pwani kule Mombasa. It wasn't an easy encounter and it ended at a 2-1 score in favor of Bandari. Now just have a look at what went down in Mombasa. Okay, That's it. Bandari, kudos for you guys. Of course, Kakamega Homeboys is still leading the log with 46 points, and Bandari is standing at position 6 with 34 points, despite that particular win. But of course, in football, we say 3 points ni muhimu. Now, over and out from Kenyan football, we now shift our gears to matters English Premier League. Arsenal. Hey, I don't know what is wrong with Arsenal right now. The other day I was just telling myself, was I the problem when it came to Arsenal? Because the moment I shifted gears and left my Arsenal side and now shifted to Manchester United, Arsenal started winning because Arsenal went to winning ways and went back to top 4 by clobbering Leicester City 2-1, goals courtesy of Thomas Partey. I don't know if Thomas Partey decided to score this goal because he was given Player of the Month just recently. We've seen an absence in him, but he turned out for that particular encounter. And of course, Alexander Lacazette scoring a penalty for Arsenal. But there is also a discussion that we shouldn't look away from it, the VAR. I think it's a topic that we should talk and just tackle it deeply, because VAR has shown us that haingekuwa kwa mpira. It's far and strong. And in regards to this game, I was also having a chit chat with Arsenal fans, and most of them were telling me one thing. You know what, Sedo? That I think as Arsenal, right now they have the capacity of talking as a club. They're saying, as Arsenal, we think that our next captain is Martin Odegaard. Arsenal, don't be deceived. Let's just wait for the season to come to an end and we see whether you are in a better position and capability to play the UEFA Champions League. I remember I asked that question to Indeko himself the last episode, and he did not answer it confidently. But now shifting gears to matters UEFA Champions League, because I'm about to talk about a big team. A team that is already in the UEFA Champions League, but of course in the EPL encounter yesterday against Tottenham Hotspurs, that game was very brilliant for Manchester United on Saturday night. It was the highlight of my Saturday. It made my night perfectly well, and I think it was an ushering to a very good weekend, because Cristiano Ronaldo netted in 3 and he missed like 2 chances. So Cristiano Ronaldo was almost reaching 4 goals, or rather 5 goals, in that particular encounter against Tottenham Hotspurs, because Manchester United ilipiga Tottenham 3-2. Kudos, Cristiano Ronaldo, bagging your hat-trick. I think right now is at over 800 goals. This guy is just incredibly awesome. Well, and there is one thing that it's happening right now in the football era, that when Messi does not perform, Cristiano Ronaldo performs. We saw the last week against PSG, against Real Madrid, when Karim Benzema showed us the real definition of Ubaba in sports, coming out and just holding Real Madrid and carrying it with his bare hands and netted in a hat-trick. So we just say simple words for the Lionel Messi fans, my Luo friends who call him Ojal Mbusi. There's one thing I'll tell you. It's only incredible players, only goats this week scored a hat-trick. Karim Benzema and Cristiano Ronaldo. Good one for them over there. This is Monday Night Sports with me, Rugby Kusimba. Remember, you can reach us via our social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and we can get chatty over there. Just tell us your feedback. And now, I'm going to just take a short commercial break, and when I'll be back, I will be with the big one, the man himself. You call him all sorts of names. You call him the Speedster. You can call him the Jet. You can call him Pocket Rocket. But Pocket Rocket belongs to a different person, R09 himself. But Tyson Duma will be joining me after this short commercial break. So don't go anywhere. Don't touch that dial. Monday Night Sports will be at your service. Now, welcome back to Monday Night Sports, of course, with me, Oronje Kusimba. And remember, you can also get in touch via our social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and of course, Twitter. Not forgetting, did I mention Facebook? Yeah, I told you about Facebook at Switch TV KE, and just get interactive as possible. Remember, today has been a brilliant show. We've seen everything in regards to rugby. And as promised when we were starting, that I'm going to bring you on set Tyson Duma. And the man himself, he's here. You've heard him, you've seen him on the track, and now you're seeing him on the set. Tyson,
yes.
Mambo vipi?
Poa sana.
Yeah. It has been a great journey. Let me just start straight to the point. Why quit rugby, then go to athletics, then just to be precise, 100 meters?
I think it's because of the injury. After getting the injury, it's like impossible going back to rugby because it's quite a contact sport. So I didn't want to risk my life again for the sport. So that's why I decided to come back to sprints.
Okay, now because most of the guys actually pushed me into asking you what type of injury, what kind of injury did you actually acquire in that particular field, which forced you now to move fully into the 100 meter sprints?
I got a skull depression just on my head. It went a bit deeper, but it was just a depression, no cracks, but it was a bit deep. So thinking of rugby, and rugby is, as I said, is very highly contact, and plus I like contact. So I'm not willing to risk again. Yeah, because if I get hit again, it's about death or life.
Okay, now before we now dive deeply into the 100 meter sprints, now just explain the journey, how it was. Now starting over for Moost, we understand that Moost, you moved them all over. You've played the nationwide, you've played the championship, and of course now you were into the Kenya Cup, the big boys now. But now it was so unfortunate that you decided now to move on. Now just explain your journey with Moost as a team.
Masindo Muliro, I can say, is the best club. Is the best team because it's full of young boys who are energetic. We call ourselves Makaka because we are always there for each other. We play a spiritual rugby, so it was a quite motivating journey because everybody was there for the other guys. The coaches are there. We have very nice bonding sessions. We are always willing to win all the matches, no matter which team we are playing against. The boys are always ready to give their best. So it was one team I really enjoyed playing for, and the journey was good. We went to championship levels, we went to the universities, we won like even an unbeaten season, and it was a very good journey, I can say.
Don't just say that. Don't just stand there and say unbeaten, because that's what they say. I remember we actually encountered with you, and it was a big match.
Yeah, I can remember that one.
Tell the audience what went on there, because I remember we even beat you.
No, for my first leg, for our first leg, the seventh, I think we won all the matches straight, all the circuit, all the seven circuit. We won all of them, one after the other. So
okay,
there was no chance we were going to be beaten by just
okay, now
university team.
Let us just move on. Now you've left the rugby field, and it was a brilliant season for you, especially I remember it was back there in Christie's. Was it 2017 or 2016, 2018 over there? Now we are looking at you now being because you were a winger during your days. Now, did somebody spot you and say that this space you can actually capitalize on it and use it into the 100 meter sprints?
Not really. Not really. There's nobody who ever advised me on moving to sprints, for sure. You know, I didn't mention, I used to sprint since I was in primary school, high school, but not competitive as such. But I was the captain for athletics in primary school. In high school, I was the captain since Form 2 to Form 4. And I used to take part in 100 meters. So I felt I could take my speed to sprint after getting the injury. So I started having those flashbacks of why was I an athletics captain? Why was I? So it gave me the feeling that I can sprint. You know, having the feeling that I used to sprint before, not though not as competitive as now, but it just gave me the feeling that it's in the blood and I can do it with good training.
And now you come from a lineage that most of you guys actually participate in sports. Now, how is it being in such a household?
I can say it's amazing. I can say it's a very good family, and we have really nice talks because most of it is about sports, of which we all love it, and we train together at times. We motivate each other. They motivate me a lot because they are older than me, and I always look up to them. So it's the best that God could ever give us.
Now, because you were mentioning a lineage of sports, now how many are you in your family? Because your sister is also known in karate.
Yes. We are now 6. We were 7, but I lost one sister a long time ago. But we are now 6. 4 brothers, 4 boys, 2 girls right now, currently.
Waluya
And I'm the last born.
kuzaana sana jameni.
Me, I'm Luo.
You are Luo.
I'm Luo, yeah.
But sasa si mnafanana tu.
Yeah.
And also the upkeep in Kakamega. And now, just how did you feel now? Because you look up to them. You've mentioned in numerous occasions your sister being your mentor.
Yeah.
Now, what did it feel like? Because some time back in Kasarani, you watching them and you were still a young tech at that particular point. So how did it like motivate you into becoming the kind of athlete you are today?
You know, being with a sister, and they're always there to push me. The first thing, they're always there. They've always been there. She has always been there to like support me in everything I'm doing, even in rugby. I used to stay with her, so we used to. She used to take me to a lot of games and watch games, get kits, take me to training. She trains me till now. She's with me at training. She pushes me to do like the best. And one thing with women, you can never attain the best. So she's always there. Even if you do it right, she wants you to do it better and better and better and better. So it's the best thing to work with my sister, I can say.
Okay, now fast forward now to Athletics Kenya. You know, I think it's just like a repetition of what we saw with the likes of Ferdinand Omanyala, because no one knew him, but we just saw the short clips of the sprints, and all of a sudden it's a blast. The whole world is talking about him. Africa is talking about him. Kenya is talking about him. And we are seeing it's more or less something like it's repeating itself with you. The first Athletics Kenya meetup. I understand you also won that. Now, just explain about the experience in the Athletics Kenya meetups and your personal best as per now.
I can say the experience is you know, it's a learning process. I'm new to the track. I'm new to competitive sprints, so I'm trying to take each and every race as a learning opportunity. I come to the race, I sharpen. You get and you can only be better after performing in the races. So I've gone for a few races, and each and every race I try to lower my best times. I'm trying to work on what I feel I need to work on with my coach every time. So my personal best currently is at 10.59. 10.59. After my first K was 10.79. The second one, it was a hand time, so it doesn't count. The third one was 10.59, and I can say it's a really good improvement from me.
Okay, and just so as you feel part of this wonderful airing, remember you can be part of us by just streaming in your comments and ask Tyson Duma what you think, or maybe what he should do in his athletics career. I'm sure most of you rugby lovers, you're tuned in and glued kwa sababu aliwatesa pale kwa week. And I can attest to that because I've been one of his victims over there. But now, Tyson Duma,
yes.
What was the impact, or rather, what was the feedback when you first train in the Athletics Kenya meetups? Did you get sponsors reaching you and telling you this space you need to get somebody who can really hold your hand?
Till now, I don't have any sponsors, I can say. Not even a single has approached, but I have the faith. I know with more races, you have to put the times first. That's the most important thing. You have to go to races and prove yourself, prove your times, and I think eventually they'll come. But for now, I'm just alone.
I'm sure you all now understand when I'm telling you that it's just a story that is almost close to Ferdinand Omanyala, because the script is the same. He had no sponsors. Now Tyson has no sponsors, but you can tell from the time he's running 10:59, it's not a bad time.
Yeah.
And you're looking forward to more meetups. Which one is the next one, and what is your aim in that one?
The next meet is actually this weekend in Mumias. I'll be traveling in the course of the week to Mumias, and there's no doubt I feel I'm going to win it. Yeah, I'm going to win. I'm going to win. I have a great feeling that I'm going to win the meet. And as I prepare for the other meets, the nationals and other university games, Africa universities.
Yeah, you'll be sure to keep us updated, because we'll tell them more in regards to Tyson Duma. And you guys who are at Mumias, go there and see Tyson break other records. Now, Tyson, is it difficult or maybe is it easy, for the benefit of the other athletes watching? Is it easy being an athlete in Kenya 100 meters, as per they say, ever since Ferdinand Omanyala just showed us the way? Now, is it easy for you? Did he loosen the path for you guys?
Yes, a bit, because now we have the shift to sprints. He has made sprints known all over the country. So you can see even in the meets, we have so many medias there, so many people are coming to watch the 100 meters. It's not that it has not been there. It has been there ever since, but since Fadi has proven that it can be possible for Kenyans, now we have so many people to the sprints. If you come to the hits, we're almost 20 hits. That's like 150 guys coming to run their 100 meters.
Now, I must ask you this question. Now, what's your relation with Fadi? Because I see you most of the time, and I personally know him, and he told me that you're going to get a one-on-one with this guy, and for sure this guy is going to be the big deal. Leave alone me. That's what Ferdinand Omanyala mentioned to me, that leave alone me, Fadi.
Yeah.
But Tyson is another big deal, and we see you together, pictures, mnapigwa pamoja. Do you guys even train together?
Yes.
Or maybe just explain the relationship with you guys on track?
I think yes, we trained together a few times, and we try to push each other, and he pushes me so much in training. And he's a good guy. I love the vibe. We always chat, joke, yeah, and keep on motivating each other.
Na mmepatana kwa track pamoja?
Yeah.
Who won?
Times.
Who won? We just want to know who won. I think the laugh explains it all.
Yeah. Fadi is good. He's currently at a very good shape. He's also going for the indoors, where I also feel he's going to do really good. So let's keep watch.
And during my last show, that was last week, I dared Fadi that I want to be on the track with him. Now I think I should just put you in, so it should be a 3-man contest over there. And I think we should toss it up for a certain amount. Is it 10,000 shillings or something? The one who wins walks away with that.
All of
now
it.
It's Soronje Kusimba, it's Tyson Duma and Ferdinand Omanyala kwa track pale moja.
That will be nice. Itakuwa poa sana. Itakuwa fine.
Okay, now as we wind up, just tell us, where do we expect to see Tyson Duma in the next 5 years, or rather 3 years? Ama labda I'm just limiting you. You're up to maybe the next 6 months.
As per now, is just to try take each day at a time. Try to focus more on my training. Build up on my training, my disciplines, and my commitments. because that's what makes you maybe the best, or that's the success of an athlete. You have to put in the works, you have to be consistent in it. So I'm trying to put in all the works I can right now, so that you never know, but you never know. But I have a very good feeling that I'll lower the time so fast, like so quick. So
okay,
quick.
which one is your target? Because we were talking to Ferdinand some time back, and he mentioned that he never knew that 6 months, because it's like he made up his own journey with 6 to 8 months. He was not somewhere, but he was somewhere within those particular months. So is it going to be the same script with you, or rather do you tend to do it differently, or maybe you look up to maybe beating some of the personal bests, like Usain Bolt? Who said you can do it?
I can. So I have a target, and each and every race, I have quite a number of races this year. So each and every race, I'm going to lower my personal best. That's my main goal. Like each and every race I step, I have to run faster than I did before.
So we should look out for Mumias, because you did 10.59. So now we should expect it to be lower than that.
Yes, yes. Every time we have also the Africa universities, the nationals will be here. We have Commonwealth Games. We have the Africa Championships this year. So it's all in my mind, and I have to. Yeah, it's a tough year, and it's a year you have to put in a lot of mental focus and training.
Yes. Now just look at that camera and tell people where they can get you, because we are closing, and also who do you look up to into the track arena? 100 meters to be specific.
The 100 meters, I have quite a few. I love Asafa Powell. And of course Fadi. That's Kenyan soil, manze. He's the fastest man in Africa. It's not easy. It's not easy being there. So I love Fadi also, and of course the man himself, Bolt. I love his vibe in the track and outside track. You know, we also have a life outside track that we have to live. So I admire different athletes differently, depending with what they have and how they are to the world.
Okay, so unfortunately it's time where we have to close, but of course you know, I was telling you, Tyson, you should push for that agenda, that we put Fadi on that track. Because
I'm going to call him right now.
Call him right now and tell him that we are putting him in a 3-man challenge. Who never know? Who never knew that Ferdinand Omanyala, we can be over there, the fastest men in Africa.
In Africa, we set a record.
We set the record, and we tell him, now Fadi, it's your time to rest. Of course, it has been a brilliant show having Tyson Duma come on set. It has been nice, and from your feedback, I can easily tell that you've enjoyed this particular encounter. And you know, when it's Monday night sports, we meet here same time, same place tomorrow. Remember, you can also catch up via social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, and also Instagram, YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe. My name is Oronje Kusimba. Have a good night.